The Lost Words by Emma Hines. My perception of reality was always different to yours. It's why I needed to leave the landing light on, and you didn't. Why, on the sunniest of days, I saw the sinewy trunk against which we leaned as a threat. Why I asked myself, what's to stop it coiling its branches around our two bodies until it's too tight and we can't breathe, and you say something final into my hair that I can't hear. I missed it, I would say, as your bones became subsumed in mine. I missed that last thing you said. What was it? As I sit outside your room and wait for them to finish, I am struck by the fact that this is the memory I have of us in this moment. I think of my fixation then on the last words you would ever say to me, at a time when there were so many more yet to hear. The first were whispered. Is there anyone sitting here, you asked me, in the lofty reading room of the National Library? One of my books had strayed on to the next desk. It gave the impression that the seat in which you were about to sit may very well have been taken. No, I said. That was my first to you. Negative, though I was conveying the positive. It was after that, when you were always next to me in some form, that the middle words began. The interim vowels, sounds, strings of letters elongated into sentences by your wet tongue, your lips, created in your mind, formed in your throat, and released into the air we shared. I wish I could remember them all. There were so many of them. But while there were ones I know I listened to, even if I can't recall them, it's the lost words I would now claw the earth of that forest to find. Your calls from the part of the house in which you knew I could never hear you. The things you said to people who were not me as I watched you from the other side of so many rooms till I caught your eye and we both smiled. Even the mutterings under your lovely breath in the face of my irrational behaviour, at which I would snap what, and you would say nothing, and that would be the end of it, and I would never know what you said. Yes, the lost words, the ones that fell through the cracks in times of distraction, when you had already begun to speak and I had missed the start and knew it was too late to stop you and say, I missed that last thing you said. What was it? And you would go on, thinking I'd been listening to it all, that I understood. It did feel like a deception, but it allowed me to enjoy the actual act of you speaking. It was then that I could focus on the way in which these words you'd made left your body for the sky. They put a small votive in each of your eyes. They took your hands and made them move in shapes and contortions choreographed by the consonants conveyed for me alone to hear. They made you laugh, and I feel it now, like a long note played backwards, on back through the hours, the days, the years, all the way back. As I look at the empty seat beside me in this vacant corridor while I wait for nothing, I realize that your reality was the right one. But there are no more suns or trees or days to fix that now. I think of that first time, of all the firsts, when this is the time of the lasts. I see this chair and I think of you, and there is only one reality now. Is there anyone sitting here? No.